Boy, no more gang stalking now. This is from Michael Miller. I'm actually subbed to his channel, but let's check this out.
Hey guys, this video is about targeted individual Stephen Marlowe. Stephen Marlowe is he's a 39-year-old man who lived in Ohio, and he was a targeted individual. He was targeted by the government with electromagnetic weapons, and they were using V2K, voice to skull, on him, and they were torturing him with microwave frequencies. Now, Stephen, he had all that he could take, so he decided to get revenge, and he went and he killed 4 people in Ohio. Now, he left a video on the internet explaining what he was doing and why he was doing it. So let's take a look at the video.
Hey guys, so Mom, Dad, Kevin, Carrie, Brendan, I just want you to know I love you more than you will ever know. I could not have asked for a better family. What you cannot comprehend is that we have been attacked by this weapon our entire lives, and the attack against me personally is one of the most vicious attacks a human being has ever faced. I've tolerated the most inhumane torture in hopes that the FBI and CIA would come to my defense, but they have failed to come to my aid. My only hope is that you come to understand what has happened here. When the world realizes what has happened, there will be justice, but I cannot sit by and be a victim any longer, and I refuse to sit by and do nothing while my nieces and nephews and the rest of my family are operated on with mind control. Our thoughts are not private. It is disgusting and it is cruel. I will be launching the first counterattack against mind control in human history. I want to be very clear, this will not be an active shooting event. I will be executing some of the people responsible for activating shooters. If I happen to survive, please visit me in prison, if only to see the same man you have always known, rather than the victim of some mental disorder that does not exist. What you may not understand is that I will gladly die to expose this, and I will gladly die to help one other victim discover the truth of what has happened. If I can help another targeted individual fight back against telepathy, then the sacrifice will be well worth it. To any TIs who read this, understand that your attackers use the form of ventriloquism I described in the paper to move your thoughts.
Navy shipyard shooter.
Getting that from YouTube.
The Navy shipyard shooter, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Myron May, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
Spencer, this ranch and your legacy are in peril. You must
That
come
patient will
home.
be out.
Survivor is coming.
1923, new series now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Police have released video made by the man who opened fire at Florida State University in November. The recordings on Myron May's laptop provide disturbing insight into his state of mind, including about his time spent here in New Mexico.
As sick as this may sound, I've even had stalkers follow me into church while I was in Las Cruces and in Houston. I've had stalkers follow me into church to harass me.
May had worked as a prosecutor in Las Cruces
He was a
just weeks
prosecutor.
before the shooting. In his last words, May speaks of his paranoia and coins himself as a targeted individual who's been a victim of stalking and harassment.
Gang stalking.
He talked about a trip to Houston where he said cars would drive by and honk their horns every 10 minutes to keep him on the edge and agitated.
Father, forgive me for what I'm about to do.
And they knew this because they all our devices hacked. They knew he was going to do this.
Sins, any future sins. I'm sorry that my faith was so weak.
May then opened fire at an FSU library, wounding 3 people. He was killed in a shootout with police.
The Navy shipyard shooter.
Getting that from YouTube.
Okay, there we go.
Begin with a haunting new video. A killer roaming the halls of the Washington Navy Yard looking for targets. The FBI released the new surveillance tape showing frame by frame how the gunman moved in secret, and then around him, workers scramble for cover. The video is not easy to watch, but ABC senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas shows us what it reveals.
They've been harassing
about the
people
mind
to
of
strike
a
back
mass
at their
shooter.
stalkers. At these dumbass gang
This is
stalkers.
Aaron Alexis, armed with a sawed-off shotgun, hunting innocent victims.
They ain't innocent. A few probably wouldn't. I doubt if any of them was innocent.
Waved in by a security guard just before 8 a.m. Surveillance cameras capture him driving into a parking garage.
They fucking with
later,
people out here.
Walking in through the front door of building 197. He's working there as a civilian contractor. There's no metal detector, no back check. We next see Alexis armed with a shotgun, peeking around corners, checking doors, looking for someone, anyone to ambush. He moves quickly down the stairs with purpose, eager. Look, he sees some people and ducks behind a wall. And today, the first official explanation of why.
Was a mentally unstable individual.
Always the mental
the
card.
Primary murder weapon. On it, he etched a number of carvings, including "End to the Torment," "Better Off This Way," and "My ELF Weapon."
Electrical ELF weapons.
Being bombarded by microwaves.
Electrical
authorities knew about.
fields.
There are multiple indicators that Alexis held a delusional belief that he was being controlled or influenced by extremely low frequency.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Or ELF, electromagnetic waves.
And in his
This is the new war out here,
the
y'all.
FBI found this.
A document retrieved from the electronic media.
It's a
stated,
hidden war.
Ultra low frequency attack.
And they targeting
is
people.
what I've been subject to for the last 3 months.
And a lot of people don't even know they're
And
being
to be
targeted.
perfectly honest, that is what has driven me to this.
Death without
On what
fingerprints.
should have been a routine day,
They call them gang
Alexis
stalking.
killed
Look,
12 people.
12 of them.
Mothers, fathers,
Fucking with them.
sons,
Sabotaging them.
Diane, they never had a chance, and still no answers as to why so many red flags were missed.
As you say, so many red flags. Thank you, Pierre.
This is a place for